YouTube, what's going on? Um, I found a couple cars today that I'm gonna show. I guess it's as boring as these videos may be. Probably a good thing to knock them out because maybe a couple weeks. I'm gonna show first of all some of my favorite Black Bandit castings because I got a couple of new ones today. This Bronco is one of my favorites. This one was a really hard one for me to find. And then when I did find it, I found it for $10. That's just crazy to me because it's older Greenlight castings sometimes can be pricey. So it's probably shouldn't be worth more than that, but it's just a really hard one to find. So I really dig that one. It came out again, lifted. It's a different tooling. It didn't have the doors and it was lifted and it didn't have the top. I have that one as well, but I do like this one a lot more. So I really like that one. Another Black Bandit casting that I really dig is this one here. I think a lot of people really dig this. That is the GTR. Very, very, very nice casting. This might be the first release or the first time that Greenlight put the GTR out. A lot of times with new toolings, they'll put them out first in the Black Bandit. And I do apologize. I know that my camera is not great for black cars. But that GTR is one of my favorite Greenlight GTRs. And they put a ton of GTRs out at this point. Another one, I got this from a collector on Instagram who has a pretty amazing collection. And I scored some pretty nice Greenlight castings from him, some really hard to find castings like the Range Rover and a couple of these Mercury Marauders. But this is another one, super hard to find. No number on the base. So, cut this one open while you take a look at that one. I think I probably have around 30 Black Bandits, probably 30 to 40 if you count the green machines. And I do think that the Black Bandit green machines are some of the nicest green machines that you can get, especially when they do the green body, which they don't always do, but from time to time they will do the green body. And then probably my favorite Black Bandit in my collection is this one here. I was browsing eBay one day and found this for $20. Couldn't believe it. I was very happy to find it for that price. And it's actually been on eBay a few times since then. And there might be one on there now, but usually they're a lot more expensive than $20. But I really like this one for sure. Murdered out fox body. Wow, this angle is not the best. Let's see if I can get some light. I don't know if that helps, but if maybe that helps. Anyways, I love this car. I really do love all my Greenlight cars. Whoa. They're fun to collect for sure. A lot of different little sub-series that you can collect if you like Hollywood stuff. Anyways, so I found a couple Black Bandits today. We'll start with this one. This is the Ford Falcon XB, otherwise known as the V8 Interceptor. And they made a lot of these because this is number 6038. And it's basically identical to the Mad Max release. There are a couple of subtle differences. Well, maybe one not so subtle, and then a few of the subtle differences. So the not so subtle difference is that this is a satin finish as opposed to the gloss black. And then one of the subtle differences is the pipes. Pipes are blacked out on this one. I like the look of the satin black. I think it looks quite a bit better than the gloss. And I think that's my opinion on pretty much all cars. There's just something about that satin look. Just looks so good. So that's a cool car. I did bring out the Mad Max car as well, which the Mad Max car is number 8676. So they're making between 10 and 15,000 castings of the Hollywood cars. There's the gloss black. This one looks cool because there is some satin finish. It looks like almost like a leather wrap or something there around the back. And this one does have the silver pipes. But yeah, it's crazy how many Hollywood cars they put out. That's why those green machines aren't nearly as expensive as they used to be, because there's like 300 or 400 of them usually. All right, so this one here I saw on the pegs today at Hobby Lobby, and I was stoked because this is a new tooling, and I've been wanting this tooling ever since a buddy of mine, local, got the green machine, and when I saw that, I knew that it was one that I had to have, and it's the 1939 Chevy panel truck. It's not a very low number 1743, but I guess there's probably going to be 7,000 or 8,000 of these, with the Ford Falcon being number 6038. So usually the Black Bandits are done around 5,000 or 6,000. They used to be a lot less than that. So the base on this is pretty cool because they actually painted the base on this one, and they don't do that very often. And it's still a metal base. But I have to tell you, they killed it on this tooling. You know, there's a lot of panels in this scale. Hot Wheels has them. Johnny Lightning has done these old panels, and who else? Usually they just don't look realistic to me. But this one looks very realistic to me. The proportions on it just look on point. I love this car. Check out those wheels and tires. Wow. I think, I know this is going to be making its debut, I think, in the Running on Empty. Or actually, no, not its debut, but I think this is its debut. But I know it's going to be making some appearances in Running on Empty, and probably some of the other, maybe the Hobby Shop or whatever. But this is a casting. A couple of things. First of all, I'd like to see a dirty version. Second of all, I'd love to see a lifted version. A lifted, dirty version of this thing would be awesome. But that is a very, very cool tooling. You've got the Black Bandit delivery and the ghost letters on the side. You have painted headlights. That's a little bit of a bummer. Those would have looked way better if they were lensed. And then the taillights are real dinky, but I think they were dinky like this on pretty much all older cars. Actually, there's only one taillight on the back of this. Is that how it was on these 39s? That's crazy if that's the case. Man, I got greasy fingers getting oil fingerprints all over. It does have a the Black Bandit insignia on the license plate too, the little BB. My camera's so weak it's probably not going to even pick it up, but it is there. So that's awesome. I'm really happy to have that. Also on the Ford Falcon, there's a ghost BB right there on the front quarter panel. So that's pretty cool. And it's on the rear license plate too. But again, my camera won't pick that up. Anyway, so a couple of really cool Black Bandits added to the Black Bandit collection. One of my favorite Greenlight series. I had to do it. I had to do it. I don't know if I'm going to open this right now or not. What the hell? I'm a loose collector. And this thing needs to come out of the package because the green body Black Bandits, there's something about the paint. It's like they use a different shade of green or something. I don't know. This one's a nice low number too. Number 68. Wow. Beautiful. That is just a beautiful paint job. Look at that color. I've got an old 70 Chevelle green body Black Bandit, and it's just about this same color. That looks phenomenal. That black and green, it just looks killer. That's going to look great in the display case. All right. Man. That looks really good. I love that. I actually found a green machine this week too. It's probably one of the most boring green machines you can imagine. But nonetheless, it's a green machine in the wild that I only paid $5 for. So from Running on Empty Series 3. You know, sometimes these things get boring. And these pickup castings, when they're not lifted, they really don't do a lot for me. It's a relatively low number, number 76. Base looks really cool. I do like these Ford, not tires, but these Ford wheels. And I have to say, there's something about the shell livery with the green wheels. I've seen a couple of different shell green machines, and I do think it looks kind of good. So the truck doesn't do much for me. The F-150 casting from Greenlight, just really none of the pickups, if they're not lifted, they just don't look right to me. But I mean, the detail's really nice in the Ford F-150s. Like you have the, well, depending on the model, if it's an XLT, it'll have the chrome grille. They all have the lens headlights. If it's an XL or a base model or like a utility or a fleet truck, it'll have the black composite grille and bumper. So they do a nice job with that detail. I hate these tail lights. They look so cheap. Every now and then they, especially like on the Silverados and the Dodge Rams, they do it's like a metallic maroon color for the taillights, and it looks so much better. But they did paint the side view mirror, so that's kind of cool. And I really like the interior on this. I'm glad that all the brands are starting to experiment with colored interiors instead of always doing black. I think especially like this color in this truck looks really good. When they do that, you can really see a lot more of the detail. I know this is a long shot, but I'm going to give it a try. Let's see. I mean, it's kind of hard to see with the lighting, but there's a lot of detail going on inside of this truck. And when it's all black, you can't really tell. So I do like that they're doing lighter interiors. Really nice rolling truck. It's always a good thing. Panel rolls really nice. This panel rolls even better. It's a really nice roller. Look at these headlights. Whew, if this was an M2, I'd be scared. Probably wouldn't take much to bust one of those off. That rolls really nice too. But you know what? I have 3 or 4 of these, and all of them seem to roll really nice. The old Greenlight cars with the green post, they roll so much better. Anyways, that's going to wrap up the video. Under 20 minutes, how about that? And I still have some awesome stuff on the way. Shipping seems to be delayed with the holidays, which I guess is to be expected. But that is one video that, regardless of where I'm at in all the commotion around me this upcoming week, I will find time to make that video. The good news is I won't have to work, so that should help in finding the time. So, thanks everybody. You all have a great Christmas. If I don't see you or talk to you before, have a safe and happy rest of your holiday season. And I will holler at the next video.